Well, and we're going to talk about age and birthdays and marriage and meeting and all stuff like that, which people seem to love asking questions about. Well, we met during an earthquake, and we texted a few times, like a lot of different relationships, you know, after a few texts. And then I remember one particular text that you sent to me, right? And you said, please be honest with me. Are you not already in a relationship? In other words, was I really looking for someone? And do you remember what I said back to you?
Yeah, you said you're just looking, and you're looking only one woman, and you will love for the rest of your life.
Yes,
and that's the message that caught me, you know. So
because I remember what I said. I said that I am looking for only one woman, and if I find the right one, I will not betray her. I will be loyal and true, and that's what I want. And you, so that was the text that got you.
Yeah.
The text that got me was, she said, because I am looking for the one, and I'm praying that you are him, or something like that. You said, I'm praying that I pray that you are the one, because she had seen my photograph. And right at that time, neither of us really thought that would work, did we? Because we were both aware of the age.
Yeah, I think
difference.
It's just, we know the age difference that time, you know, and even in my mind I says it's not working, you know. But later on when
me neither, actually.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But later on when we know each other, we share our lives, we share what we wanted, and our views about life. He share about his past, you know. I know his past, so to those where there's no hide between us, so we're just open up and just tell what we wanted to say, and then the start up of sharing each other, and that's the start of how I know him. And the more I know him, the more it starts that, hey, it seems that this is a good guy.
Well,
you know, so
if you remember, the key event that brought this all together was that I was actually in Cebu looking for a place to live. I just decided on this, and this is why I think that things are synchronistic. In other words, nothing happens by accident. But I had this feeling that I should be in Cebu. I mean, figure it out. I never did figure that out, but I've learned to follow these feelings. I got on a plane and came to Cebu, not knowing anybody at all, and my trip was actually up. We'd exchanged a few texts. I'd seen her picture, and she had seen mine, and what was it? A friend had shown my picture to you or something.
Yeah, a friend of mine shown me the picture of him because we have a common, just a friend, you know.
Well, weren't you still recovering from a broken heart from quite a few months prior? I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 months. Didn't your friend say, isn't it about time that you
it's about
began
time to
hoping
move on
again?
Yeah, so it's...
And then she introduced this old guy that
he introduced
you said,
me
are you
to
kidding
you,
me?
and I says, oh, handsome, but already been older.
Isn't that I had already been older?
Yeah,
well,
so
yes, I was already older.
Yeah, just to make it short the story, we met personally in Cebu during the earthquake, the 7.2 magnitude, and that's
we met because I was going to be leaving the next day.
Yeah, he's gonna leaving the next day, so with my friend texted and said, come on, just meet
the
me.
text that I got was, I should meet you before you go. We had not met, and I was staying at the hotel, and I was going to be leaving early the next morning, and the earthquake had happened that day, and it was a pretty devastating earthquake, a 7.3, I believe, and it created
7.2.
7.2. Well, anyway, it was big, and I was there in the city when that happened, when all the buildings started shaking, and quite
At
scary.
first I says to him, you go on our place, but he's not known at Cebu, so we decided we decided that both that we just meet at the reception where there's a little lounge at the hotel,
Yeah.
you know.
And we never did it. Okay. So, what I said to you many times since that was quite a big leap of faith that you took, and you said, well, it wasn't actually, because I took some precautions. Now, tell us what the precautions were.
Yeah, so my friend says to me, "You come on, go there because it's better that you talk before he came away to Cebu." Yeah. So I just leave the picture. I printed a picture of him in the computer shop.
A picture.
Yeah, a picture of Terence, and I put it in my boarding house in the television, you know. And I put a note in the television, if somebody happened to me, this is the guy. This is the name, this is the picture of the guy, because I know him. We already exchanged messages and phone, you know, we call each other, but
just in case.
just in case, because
Just
that's
in case
the first
if
time
this-
that I met him.
Yeah. If I don't show up again, this is the guy that murdered me.
And I says to my friend, you know that man, so I'll just, in case. But in case my friends will not, no other evidence, I put the picture of Terence in the televisions in my boarding house with a note, this is the person you're going to contact.
This is
Yeah.
public enemy number one.
The contact number, the name, the address in Manila.
So anyway.
Yeah, so that's it.
So I left the next morning,
Yeah.
and then we didn't see each other, but we did the usual. We texted and got to know each other that way. And then she came to Pampanga, where I was staying, and then we went on a trip and we saw Baguio. And,
Yeah, we went
and we
to
did some
Baguio.
stuff like that. And you can see all those pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, we
So-
went to Baguio for I think 2 days or 3 days,
Right.
and that's the time that I says, oh, he's a good man. Respect, you know, respect. The respect is there, so that's the start of growing, the understanding that possible there's a chance, you know.
So what we're looking at, and as you will see, in the meantime, between one clip and another, we've acquired a cat. Well, the big difference is the 50 years, and most people would never think that was possible, and neither of us thought it was possible either. And then feelings took over. I felt so comfortable with Beth, and she felt so comfortable with me that she keeps nudging my arm that's holding the camera. So, after that, the heart has its own agenda, and I understand those people who knock this. I understand all the critics. I actually do understand it, and I'm sure that that there will always be, probably increasingly so, there will be critics for our marriage.
Yeah, so I think everyone has different opinions. Everyone has the right to say something, but
Well, they don't have the right to annoy
Yeah.
us with it, do they?
yeah, and sometimes there are people out there that thinking without comment without thinking, you know. So let them be.
Well, I'm
But
sure
we
that they-
are.
They
yes,
do think.
Yeah, they
They do
think.
think about it, and they do make their point.
Yeah.
The point that I always make is that if someone comes up and says, well, you should never have married, then what do they think that we'll do? Get divorced?
Yeah, I think
mean,
yes, we
We're
have
married, okay?
we have a big age gap, but the respect, the love is there, and we are committed. I'm committed to him. I am committed to be with him for the rest of my life, and same with him. And the love is there, the respect is there, and we're trying to work our relationship every day. You know, it's a work in progress, and like with other couple, it's there are some misunderstanding, which is normal, but we tried to fix it as much as everything, to swap together, to bind
we
us.
work at it being a happy marriage.
Yeah, so it's a work in progress, and we love each other, we respect, and we respect our beliefs, we respect our and our differences,
Well, that's another thing that people, the Christians, keep going on about, and no matter how many times that I say I believe, I just don't believe in quite the same way that people who are into an organized religion, be it Catholic or Protestant or born again, which is what Beth is, I just don't believe in quite that way. But I believe very much in the Creator, in the divine. I believe that Beth and I are married due to divine intervention. I think that we were brought together. I think that the mission that we found, that I often think found us, is some kind of proof of some divine intervention, if you want, that brought us together to do what we do.
Yeah, and I think it's everyone has someone to disdain with, end with, and we end up together. And there's our destiny put us together.
Yeah, can you just put it in a slightly different way? Don't say we ended up together.
What's that? We are meant for each other.
That's better.
We are soulmates, so we're happy, and we're happy. Our cat also, our golden, is also happy, right? Say hi, baby, to the camera. This is our favorite cat. We sleeping us tonight, every night, and I think to those saying that, are you planning to have a child on your own? Yes, we are, and I think if God's will, if God's allow us, then we're very happy for that, So
Yes.
we just surrender everything to the heaven. What's His plan for our life,
Right, and the way that I look at it is not so different. I would just use different words. So, those of you who are wondering what and how and where and when, we will never tell everything about our marriage. We will never tell everything about our lives. We hold some things private, and what we've shared here with you is what we want to share.
Yeah.
And that's what we are happy to have shared. And what else would there be to say, Dylan?
Yeah, I think at first I'm hesitant to talk about age gap, how number we are different. But then it's a price of YouTube, to know
Well, even
yeah.
for this video, even for a couple of minutes ago, she said, "Well, just don't mention the number."
Yeah, so
But everybody else will mention the number. Everybody else will think that. And as Beth says, it's the price of being public on YouTube.
yeah, it's a price of being public
And
on
the
YouTube.
wobbling of the picture right now is the price that we pay for
Having the
Beth
cat.
constantly nudging my camera arm.
Yeah, say bye-bye before you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to Golden. Bye-bye, Golden. Okay, go now. Yeah, so that's how we met. Some were portions of how we handle things. And just want to say that it's our third wedding anniversary on the 12th, right? March 12th. It's
March 12.
Yeah,
What date
which
is
is
it today?
Sunday. And
Which is Sunday.
we're 3 years and still working on our relationship, because it's a working, as I said, it's a work in progress. And we tried to work out everything in our differences, and we respect. Love is there. We respect our ups and downs, and we try to, what do you call that? Your strength, my weaknesses is your strength, right? So that's how it is.
Actually, she's not so weak, okay? So don't get taken in by that.
Yeah, so
See what I mean?
yeah, so to those who messages us, to those who compliment us, thank you very much. to those who supporting us. Thank you very much. Life is a lot to be grateful for.
We have come to terms with all of those aspects of the relationship which other people are still trying to deal with. The money, because we don't have very much. I have enough to be able to support us and our extended family. That I have enough to do that. Plus, we have friends who have judged that we don't ask anything for ourselves, and so they've sent us gifts, and those gifts are very much appreciated, and we use them as wisely as we can. And if we need to help some others, then that's what we do. And the money that is sent to us by our supporters is used in its entirety in the way that the supporter tells us.
Yeah, and just to give a little opinion about it, we help because we saw the need to help, and we have the desire to help. And thank you to those who allow us to be the channel of blessings to those other people. We saw the need, and I think it's because it's easy for me to, it's just that, this how to put it is, I know how it feels when you're nothing, I know, when you got nothing, I know how it feels. And I know,
me too, actually.
Yeah, and I know how it feels when you need help and nobody help. And I know the feelings when you're sleeping and the rain is leaking, So that's why the eager to help is there. So thank you very much for allowing us to be the channel of your blessings to other people. It's a long journey, and it's a stony journey, right? But at the end of the day, we're very grateful, we're very thankful, because we know that we're in the right path.
And if you haven't already realized by watching our YouTube videos, this is an equal partnership. Beth is not, if you look at other expats, I'm not saying all of the expats, but if you can look at some other expats, and you'll find that perhaps that the expat is the star, and the Filipina is a pretty face standing at the background, and that's not the case for us. Beth and I are equal partners. She is a wonderful strength for me. We learn from each other, and that is an ongoing, constant thing, especially when she argues about my titles. Why do you do that?
Yeah, so again, thank you. Thank you very much to all the prayers, to all the compliments. Thank you very much. But the real hero is to those who help. And you know who you are. You are the one who made those things happen possible. So thank you very much. To God be the glory. Bye-bye. God bless.
Bye-bye for now.